Hello there and welcome. Today I'm going to be reviewing the LEGO Mars Mission MX-71 Recon Dropship, released in 2007. It contained 435 pieces and 6 minifigures. Always been a big fan of the Mars Mission series. Another thing to note about the set is it actually comes packaged in 3 numbered bags. One for the 2 sub-builds here, and then the bags numbered 2 and 3 construct the main assembly, which is the spaceship. So for now, let's take a look at the small Rover, which you see here. Now, as you can see, it is a 6-wheeled drilling machine. The wheels are the smallest type of hard plastic Rover wheels in orange, which is very nice. They were readily available throughout the whole Mars Mission series in all these little small rovers. We also have a little drill assembly here which can come up to drill for precious crystals on Mars' surface. Another thing to note is this trans-orange cockpit, which opens up, and you've got room to seat 1 minifigure. We have a small radar dish right there, which I think is quite nice in trans blue. And that's about all to note for the small ground vehicle. Now, moving on, we also have a small bit of competition for the exploration team, which is an alien craft, which is sort of a very strange leveled craft. As you can see, one seat is higher up than the other, which I think it's an interesting addition, and it looks significantly different to all the other alien craft in the series, which I really like. Interesting use of snot pieces and Technic elements to create this curved design, putting these pieces on their side, which I think is a very nice addition. Got 2 of these lime green pipes going into the back, which are quite rare pieces in that color. Couple of power crystals, 1 on each side to power it, and you've also got a triple spinning laser cannon here. As you can see, it rotates around, which is a very nice little detail there. Of course, both of the aliens can come out just simply by folding that up, a little hinge there, and then just popping the alien out, which is a fairly straightforward thing to do. We have the main build for the set, the actual Recon Dropship itself, which I think it looks very nice. It's got a really interesting angled cockpit, which is achieved with a ball joint. So actually the cockpit can be rotated, so you can actually achieve some interesting, I'd almost call them expressions for the build, which I quite like. You know, having those different angles for the vehicle. As you can see, on one side we also have a torpedo which does fire underneath the wing, and on the other wing we just have a couple of lasers which they don't work. They're just for display. Now, also at the back we have these 2 boosters which can move up and down like so, and on the sides we also have these 2 pods which contain, one of them contains a sled with an alien, and the other one contains a sled with 3 of these very nice little power crystals right there, which both of those are nice, although they do come in a lot of those Mars Mission sets. Now, one more thing to note, it is a dropship, and so of course it can deploy the small vehicle. As you can see, there is some sort of mechanism on the underside, and this can clip onto the underside like so, and then it can deploy the drilling machine, which I think is a very nice little feature. Nothing particularly exciting about the way that they designed it. It's a couple of these rubber Technic pieces here. These are actually rubber, which is interesting. And it's fairly straightforward with this little bar element here clipping in between those 2 rubber Technic elements. So it's a fairly straightforward feature, but I think it was well executed. Okay, so here we have the 2 astronauts here. Both of them look identical without the heads showing. As you can see, it's just a standard design for the Mars mission minifigures. White legs with light bluish grey hips, white arms, white hands, a white torso with this spacesuit print, and on the back we have a printed oxygen tank right there with some straps, which I think is a very nice print, although it's the only print used for the Mars mission astronauts, unfortunately. Both of them have a gold visor, which is very nice, and a white helmet. Now the faces, one of them is quite annoyed with sunglasses, and the other one is mild grimace with a large amount of hair. That's what I would describe those faces as. I think that the minifigures here look nice, although there's nothing particularly noteworthy about them compared to the rest of the Mars mission characters, but they're still important additions for the set. And next up we have the alien. Now the set actually includes 4 of these aliens, all of them the same. Obviously it's made of a 2-piece design with the it moving at the hips, just going up and down. There's a hole in the middle of the alien, which is a little strange, but who am I to complain? It's used to connect so it can fit into various vehicles and such. So overall I would recommend the set. It is a very nice design. There are some useful pieces if you're building Mars mission themed MOCs. The figure selection, it's not anything out of the ordinary for the Mars mission range. However, it's still great to get 4 alien figures if you're trying to build a large army of aliens. The alien vehicle itself is very nice. The Rover, it's an interesting design, however it's nothing out of the ordinary. The dropship itself is a very nice design, and I'm quite a big fan of the angle cockpit here with the ball joint. So overall, I would be giving this set 9 deployable Rovers out of 10.